Easy guys, Dom here from CDG. So in this video we're going to be talking about your agility and, like kind of equipment weight and stuff like that. This is all the things that are going to stop you from getting winded and running out of stamina really fast. By winded, what I mean is that state when you've depleted your blue stamina bar or key bar, whatever you want to call it, and then you're kind of on the ground panting in an incapacitated state, which will happen if you are getting hit by enemies once that stamina bar runs out. There's ways that you can make this go up faster, so recover your stamina faster, and there are ways to get more stamina while fighting, guarding and dodging, and also by getting hit by enemies just by making a few changes to your equipment, and we're going to talk about that now. So each armor piece has a weight, but also has a distinction between light, medium and heavy armor pieces, and these are determined by the little symbols that's underneath the picture of your armor. Notice there's like these three little weights, right? So when you look at different armor pieces, you'll notice that kind of like some of them are filled in white and some of them are grayed out, right? If there's only like two weights, like this foot soldier's hat as an example, that means that's medium armor, right? And then this is light armor because it's only got one weight. This will determine kind of like the overall weight of the item, but also the defense of that particular item. So it's important to kind of get a balance between protection and weight, right? That's no different to any of the Souls-like games. This game does things slightly different to games like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, though. It's something you have to wrap your head around, and that's this agility system. If we go into like the detailed information here, notice that this samurai is like really heavy. His equipment weight is like 31.8 and his agility level is C. Okay, so agility is going to determine things like the speed that my stamina recovers, how many times I can hit someone before that stamina bar is depleted. It's really important. Now, there's a quick way for you to be able to test this out. If you go into your equipment section and press down on the R3 thumbstick or the right thumbstick of the controller to auto equip, what the game has is a system where you can choose different agility levels very quickly, and it will pick the best pieces of armor based on those levels. So agility A is the lightest I can possibly be, and agility B is kind of like an in-between, with agility C being like heavy but the best kind of toughness or kind of defense. What you want to try and do is strike a middle ground between defense and agility, and this is something you can play around with. Yes, you can swap armor pieces separately yourself, although do bear in mind that later in the game when you start getting the green or purple kind of level exotic gear that has like a specific name to it, you'll get bonuses for wearing a whole set. So that's something for a totally different video. But once you kind of strike that balance between kind of like your agility and protection, you'll find that your stamina or key recovery is going to be a lot quicker. You're going to find you're going to be able to hit a lot more before running out of stamina, which is also really, really important. And sometimes you'll find that you don't actually need higher level armor because you're not getting hit as much, because every time you hit an enemy you stagger them and they're less likely to hit you. Obviously, I should mention when you're leveling up to be looking at your stamina, right? So stamina in this game is something that is going to increase your overall carry limit or weight limit, if you want to call it that. So if you do want to start like wearing the really heavier kind of like samurai armors, then you're really going to want to pump points into your stamina, and that is what's going to increase your overall equipment weight. But hopefully this video has helped you guys get your head around that. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on another video. Thanks for watching.